Hi, this is Preston Winger. We're going to be looking at GIS data collection. Okay, so this is the overview. We have the introduction, primary data capture, secondary data capture, data transfer, capturing attribute data, managing data in the data capture project, data collection. So one of the most expensive GIS activities and many database sources. So two broad types of data collection. We have data capture, which is the direct collection. Then we have the data transfer. Then two broad types of data capture method. So we have a primary, which is the direct measurement, and secondary, which is the indirect derivation. So data collection, so primary and secondary. So here we have raster investor. So primary, digital remote sensing images. This is for raster. Then for vector, we have our GPS measurements. Then for primary, again, we have a digital aerial photographs. Then for vector, we have our survey measurements. Secondary, we have our scan maps and depth from maps. Then under vector, we have topographic surveys and toponymy data sets from the assets. So stages in data collection. So this is our cycle, and to keep on evolving. So we've got planning, our preparation, preparation, digitizing, editing, evaluation, and to keep going round and round. It's a cycle. Primary data capture. Um, Capture specifically for GIS use, then raster, remote sensing, e.g., spot and ignore satellite and aerial photograph, and then passive and active sensors. Resolution is a key consideration, which is spatial, spectral, temporal. So spatial and temporal characteristics of commonly used Earth observation. Okay, so this is how it looks like. Then typical reflectance signatures. Okay, this is how they will look like. My wavelengths and other things. Primarily, vector primary data capture, surveying. Locations of objects determined by angle and the distance measurement from unknown locations. Uses expensive field equipment and crews. So most accurate method for large scale and small scale, GPS. Collection of satellites used to fix locations on Earth's surface. So different GPS used to improve accuracy. Total station. Okay, so there we have a picture of people that are trying to do their using their tools. Okay, secondary geographic data capture. Data collected from other purposes can be converted for use in GIS. So raster conversion, scanning of maps, air photographs, and etc. So important scanning parameters are spatial resolution and deep and bit depth. Vector secondary data capture. So collection of vector object from maps, photographs, plans, digitizing, manual, and heads up and vectorization. Photogrammetry, the science and technology of making measurements from photographs, Ogo coordinate geometry. So scanner, we have someone who is actually doing the scanning from the map. Okay. In types of scanners, we have the feed roller and we have the flat bend. Then vector over raster. Digitizer, there we are. Someone started to digitize using a digitizing tool. Okay. Batch vectorization of a scan map, original raster file, vectorized polygons, adjacent raster cells with the same attribute values are aggregated. So class boundaries are then created at the intersection between adjacent classes in the form of vector lines. Topology of human errors in digitizing. So undershoots and overshoots, then invalid polygons and silver polygons. Okay, so there we are. This is an example of spatial errors in a vector data. And this is a radius topology feature swapping. Then error induced by data cleaning. Okay, mismatches of adjacent spatial data sources that require rubber sheeting. So there we are. This one is age marking. Okay, so we've got sheet A, sheet B, and there, so this is before and then after you've been matched. This is how it looks like. Rubber sheeting. So this is how it looks like. So we have a simple key, the red here. These are fixed points. These are control points. And these are original boundaries, then rubber sheeted. Photogrammetry. So this is how it looks like digital imagery photography. Then it goes on. And there we are. Data transfer. Buy versus build is important question. Many wide distributed sources of GI. Key category include US, NSD, clearing house network, geograph network, then access technology translation and the direct read. Comparison of data access by translation. Okay, so there we are. Can you follow this? Okay, so summary. Data collection is a very expensive, time-consuming, tedious, and error-prone. Good procedures required for large-scale collection projects. So main techniques are primary, which is a raster, remote sensing, and vector field survey. Then secondary, we have a raster, which is a scanning and digitizing. This has been Preston Winger with a topic on data collection. Till next time, bye.